The day a real veteran stood up? My son started wearing the uniform 2 years ago. Not an official one. Just pieces. Combat boots he ordered online. A tactical jacket. A patch he had custom made with a fake unit name. He told people he'd served overseas. Said he'd seen things he couldn't talk about. At first I thought it was harmless. He'd never quite found his place after high school. Bounced from job to job. Didn't stick with anything long enough to build an identity. But when he started telling people he was a veteran, something changed. People respected him, shook his hand, bought him drinks, thanked him for his service, and he soaked it in. I asked him once why he did it. He said, "It's not hurting anyone." But it was. Memorial Day came around, and our town hosted a ceremony at the park. My son insisted on wearing his uniform. He stood near the front, shoulders straight, nodding solemnly during the speeches. That's when an older man approached him. Real uniform hat, real medals, the kind you don't buy online. The man didn't yell, didn't accuse. He just asked calmly, "What unit were you with?" My son answered quickly, too quickly. The older man tilted his head slightly, asked another question, then another. Specific questions, places, dates, commanding officers. My son stumbled. The crowd grew quiet. You could feel the shift, respect turning into confusion. Finally, the veteran said, not loudly but clearly enough for those nearby to hear, "You weren't there." It wasn't anger in his voice. It was disappointment. He went on to say he'd buried friends, that he still woke up at night hearing things most people couldn't imagine, that wearing a uniform wasn't about attention, it was about sacrifice. My son's face drained of color. Someone muttered, "Stolen valor." The word spread faster than anything else that day. He walked away before the ceremony ended. At home, he locked himself in his room. Later that night, I knocked and asked him why. Why he'd risk humiliation like that. He said something I didn't expect. I just wanted to matter. That hit harder than the public embarrassment. The next morning, he took the patches off his jacket, threw the boots in a box. A week later, he walked into a recruiter's office. Not because he wanted applause, but because he understood that respect isn't something you wear. It's something you earn. And this time, if he was going to stand next to real veterans, he'd make sure he belonged there.